Hello everyone and welcome to this video. Since the news of the death of a detainee from the Canbrook Immigration Removal Center in the United Kingdom, many have expressed their concern about the ongoing crisis in immigration detention. Reports suggest that several detainees have attempted suicide in the aftermath, and that some detainees have staged a protest at the center as well. The man, who has since been identified as Frank Ospina from Colombia, is believed to have died by suicide, although this is yet to be confirmed. However, Ospina's death is part of a much larger problem: the many vulnerabilities of those detained in immigration centers. Not only has the Home Office recently confirmed the death of another asylum seeker in accommodation in Liverpool, but it has also announced an expansion of the use of immigration detention. Unfortunately, it seems that more deaths may be on the horizon unless something is done to provide greater safeguards and support. Pierre Machlouf, legal director of Bail for Immigration Detainees, said, "We are distressed to receive news that a man has died and others have attempted suicide at Heathrow IRC. We have serious concerns that the situation is deteriorating at the center. We have received reports of self-harm and a worsening of overall conditions. The atmosphere at Heathrow IRC is described as tense." The detention problems have also been highlighted by delays in carrying out Rule 35 reports, which assess the vulnerability of people in detention, such as their risk of suicide. Emma Ginn, Director of Medical Justice, said medical justice is greatly concerned about the massive expansion of immigration detention that the illegal migration bill calls for. The more people are detained, the more deaths there are likely to be. The Home Office has since issued a statement, saying any death in immigration detention is a tragic event and will be subject to investigation by the police, the coroner, or procurator fiscal in Scotland, and the Independent Prisons and Probation Ombudsman. All our IRCs offer physical and mental well-being support to all individuals in detention, with access to 24-hour primary health care and welfare teams on site. Policies and procedures are in place to safeguard and provide support to individuals in detention deemed to have suicidal intentions. This is in place to safeguard vulnerable people in detention. However, some argue that the policies are not enough, and that more needs to be done in order to prevent further deaths. While the Home Office may be doing what they can to provide safeguards and support, the truth is that until something more comprehensive is done, these problems are likely to persist. It's also important to remember that those detained in immigration centers are human beings too, and should not be treated as something disposable. For those who need help, the Samaritans can be contacted on phone 116 123, or by email at joe@samaritans.org or joe@samaritans.e. In the US, the National Suicide Prevention Lifeline is at 988 or chat for support. You can also text HOME to 741,741 to connect with a crisis text line counselor. In Australia, the Crisis Support Service Lifeline is 13 11 14. Other international helplines can be found at befrienders.org. Sadly, Frank Ospina's death and the subsequent reports of suicide attempts by other detainees should serve as a wake-up call to those with the power to make the necessary changes. It's time for the issues behind the crisis in immigration detention to finally be addressed. Thank you for watching, and please be sure to share this video with your family, friends, and social media to help spread more awareness about this important issue.